Hi friends, today we are going to do a little tea meditation. So we're going to turn the everyday task of heating up water, brewing a cup of tea, drinking a cup of tea into a full-fledged meditation. So grab your kettle, grab your favorite tea. This time this is the carnelian tea from Magic Hour, and I do have a discount code with them. I'll leave it down below if you want to check it out, but no pressure. It's just one of my faves. But this one's fun because it's a rooibos tea, and it's got apricot, almonds, cinnamon, ashwagandha, milk thistle, maca, calendula, other good stuff in it. So it's gonna help us motivate ourselves, work on that sacral chakra, some good stuff. But grab whatever tea you like, grab your kettle, let's get started. So go ahead and fill your kettle. And while you do this, just see if you can be intentional about even these most basic steps. Maybe you make a cup of tea every day, right? But can you do it with awareness, right? So how do the buttons of your kettle feel underneath your thumb, right? Can you see the water and kind of watch it just softly ebb and flow until it settles down? See the gentle shift of the water, the little bubbles. Just using our eyes to tune into that. I've talked about this before, but meditation is just about paying attention to what's happening while it's happening. So we can do that with our eyes and watch the little bubbles. We can do that with our ears and listen to the sounds of the kettle. And so just take a couple of deep breaths. And perhaps while the water is heating up, you think of 3 things that you're grateful for. So maybe one that is really big and super obvious, right? Like your family or your dog or your house, your home. But thinking of 2 that are really, really small. Like I'm thinking of the fact that I have running water to make a cup of tea, or the fact that it's a beautiful sun-shining day out. Just let yourself sit with that gratitude, steep in the gratitude, if you will, while we heat up the water. And while you're sitting with those 3 things of gratitude, maybe you close your eyes and just let yourself listen to the kettle. And just notice, as you kind of slow down this small part of your day, how does your body and mind respond to that? Maybe your brain is like, almost like you slammed on the brake on the highway, like all the stuff from the back seat comes forward and your brain feels really busy. That's okay. What happens if you just let the dust settle? Almost like when you shake up a snow globe and then just let it sit, right? So the more you can tune into those sounds, that gratitude, the more you might notice the brain starts to quiet down. We're going to use a bit of a mindfulness cue here. When you hear the kettle go off, you're going to take a deep breath. One of my favorite tools for meditation is to Pavlov yourself to meditate. So if you are someone who makes a cup of tea, cup of coffee every day, and your kettle makes a sound like that, a beep, a buzz, a squealing noise, right, a whistle, every time you hear it for a couple of days, just take a deep breath, and then eventually what's going to happen is it's going to become automatic. Now we're going to take our tea, take a big old whiff. It smells so good. And just really savor that scent. So you put it into your teapot. And then see if you can really tune into what you're doing while you're doing it. So feel the kettle in your hand. Watch the steam. Listen to the sounds of the tea. And while this is steeping, we have about 3 minutes. So you're gonna hold it between your hands. Don't actually put your hands on it because it's hot. Close your eyes and let yourself tune into that feeling of the heat coming off the kettle, coming off the teapot. Bring your hands as close as you need to without touching it until you feel that heat. And then you can play a little bit. So what happens if you bring your hands a little bit further out? How far can you bring your hands while still feeling that heat? Let your shoulders relax. And then bring your hands a little closer. Maybe you feel the heat becomes more intense. Just using sensation, using heat in the hands to anchor our awareness here. And then maybe you bring the hands further out. See if you can still feel that heat. And one more time, bring them back in a little closer. And maybe you call back into your awareness those 3 things that you're grateful for. Maybe they're 3 new things. But imagine you could take that energy of gratitude, sending it from your heart, down your hands, out the palms, into your tea. Like you're infusing the water, the tea leaves with that gratitude. And then perhaps extending that gratitude to the tea itself, feeling grateful for the person who blended it, who packaged it, who put it on the shelf of the store which you got it from. All the different hands that these ingredients had to pass through before it got to you. Can you find gratitude for each of those people, each of those ingredients, maybe even the earth itself? And then see if you can still feel the heat of the tea in your hands and bring your hands to your heart space. And take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for taking time to slow down, taking this time to enjoy and appreciate this tea, to enjoy and appreciate this life, one sip at a time. We'll bring all the senses into our experience before we try our tea. So maybe you feel the heat once more. And then pick your teapot up and really look at the colors. Maybe watching the petals or the tea flowers, whatever tea is made of, unfurling, blooming. Listen as you pour your cup. Smell. And take that one sip with gratitude. really hot. Maybe let it cool down. Anyways, doing something like this every time you have a cup of tea can give you a little pause in your day to really help balance out the go, 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 go kind of busy, busy, busy energy that I'm sure a lot of you watching struggle with, myself included. So if this helped you slow down today, let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you want more easy meditations like this. It's hot. It's so hot.